Hello and welcome to Vision Academy. In this video, we are going to learn Chapter 7 Understanding Data. Multiple choice questions. Question number 1. What is the primary purpose of collecting data? Option A. To decorate web pages. B. To store data indefinitely. C. To make decisions based on analysis. D. To reduce computer memory usage. So here option C. To make decisions based on analysis is the right answer. Question number 2. Which of the following is an example of structured data? Option A. A newspaper article. B. An image on a website. C. A table showing inventory items in a shop. D. A video file. So here option C. A table showing inventory item in a shop is the right answer. Question number 3. What does metadata represent? Option A. Multimedia content. B. Data about data. C. Only numerical data. D. None of these. So here metadata is data about data. Hence option B is the right answer. Question number 4. Which of the following is an outlier? Option A. A value that is identical to the mean. B. A value that occurs most frequently. C. An extremely high or low value compared to others. D. A value with zero frequency. Here option C, an extremely high or low value compared to others is the right answer. Question number 5. What is statistical technique is most affected by outliers? Option A, median. B, mode. C, mean. D, standard deviation. So here option C, mean is the right answer. Question number 6. In structured data, what is an attribute? Option A, the format of an image. B, a column representing a characteristic. C, a row of values. D, a description of metadata. So here option B, a column representing a characteristic represent an attribute is the right answer. Question number 7. Which of the following is not a measure of central tendency? Option A, mean. B, median. C, mode. D, range. So here option D, range is the right answer. Question number 8. What is the correct order of the data processing cycle? Option A, input, output, processing. B, collection, preparation, entry, storage, processing, output. Option C, output, processing, storage. D, entry, output, collection. So here option B, collection, preparation, entry, storage, processing and output is the right answer. Question number 9. Which of the following is used to summarize data for easy understanding? Option A, audio processing. B, metadata generation. C, statistical techniques. D, data hiding. So here option C, statistical techniques is the right answer. Question number 10. What is the standard deviation used for? Option A, to find the middle value. B, to count data entries. C, to measure the spread of data. D, to identify structured data. So here option C, to measure the spread of data is the right answer. Question number 11. What is the mode of the data set 34, 34, 27, 28, 27, 34, 34? So here options are A, 27, B, 34, C, 28, D, 33. Here mode is nothing but the frequency of a number. How many times a particular number has appeared. The maximum number of times that it has appeared in a data set is the mode. Here you can observe 34, 34, 34 and 34. So 34 has appeared 4 times. Hence you can say option B, 34 is the mode of this data set. Question number 12. Which of the following storage devices is volatile? Option A, pen drive. B, CD or DVD. C, HDD, that is hard disk drive. D, none of the above. So here option D, none of the above is the right answer, because pen drive, CD, DVD, HDD, that is hard disk drive. So all of these are non-volatile in nature and they are secondary storage devices. Hence there is no such volatile device. Hence D, none of the above is the right answer. Question number 13. Unstructured data can include all except option A, audio files, B, web pages with multimedia, C, tables with rows and columns, D, social media messages. Here in the question they have given unstructured data that can include all, but except what? Except here table with rows and columns. Hence option C is the right answer. So rest of the every option belongs to unstructured data except this particular option. All of them are unstructured data. Hence option C, tables with rows and columns, is the right answer. Question number 14. Which of the following tasks represents data collection? Option A, calculating standard deviation. B, retrieving data from a file. C, filling student details in an online form. D, printing a report card. So here option C, filling student details in an online form, is the right answer. Question number 15. Which tool is suggested for data processing in future chapters? Option A, Java. B, MySQL. C, Python. D, HTML. So here option C, Python, is the right answer. Question number 16. Which statistical technique is suitable for finding income disparity? Option A, mode. B, median. C, mean. D, standard deviation. So here option D, standard deviation, is the right answer. Question number 17. What does the median represent in a data set? Option A, the average of all values. B, the value that occurs most frequently. C, the value that appears at the center after sorting. D, the maximum value in the list. Here option C, the value that appears at the center after sorting, is the right answer. Question number 18. Which of the following best describes unstructured data? Option A, can be easily stored in tables. B, has a clear format with fixed fields. C, lacks predefined structure. D, cannot be stored digitally. Here option C, lacks predefined structure, belongs to unstructured type of data. Hence option C is the right answer. Question number 19. What is the formula for standard deviation as per the chapter? So they have given A, B, C, D options. You can observe that square root of summation xi minus x to the power 2 and whole divided by n. So this is the right answer. Hence option C is the correct answer. Question number 20. Assertion A, raw data by itself is usually not meaningful for decision making. So here this statement is true. Reason are, raw data can be interpreted directly without the need for processing. So this statement is false. So here you can observe option C, A is true but R is false, is the right answer. Question number 21. Assertion A, structured data is easier to manage and analyze using spreadsheet or database software. This statement is true. Reason are, structured data is organized in a well-defined format, typically using rows and columns where each column represents a data attribute. So here this statement is also true. Hence option A, both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A is the right answer. Question number 22. Assertion A, metadata helps in identifying and organizing unstructured data. So this statement is true. Reason are, metadata provides information about data such as file type, size, resolution, and content description. So here this statement is also true. Hence option A, both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A is the right answer. Question number 23. Assertion A, median is a preferred measure of central tendency when data contains outliers. This statement is true. Reason are, median is calculated by averaging all the data values in the data set. So this statement is called false. Here you can observe option C, A is true but R is false, is the right answer. Question number 24. Assertion A, standard deviation gives a more accurate measure of variability than the range. Question number 24. Assertion A, standard deviation gives a more accurate measure of variability than range. Here, this statement is true. Reason are standard deviation considers the deviation of each data point from the mean, while range considers only the highest and lowest values. Yes, this is also true. Here, option A, both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A is the right answer. Question number 25, assertion A, dynamic pricing models in cab and airline services rely on real-time data analysis. This statement is true. Reason are these pricing models are based on historical sales reports compiled over a period of several months. So this statement is false. Here, option C, A is true, but R is false is the right answer. Question number 26, assertion A, unstructured data cannot be processed efficiently using traditional database tools. This statement is true. Reason are traditional database tools are designed to work with structured data that has fixed schema like tables with defined columns. This statement is also true. Here option A, both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A is the right answer. Question number 27, assertion A, range and standard deviation are both used to measure how spread out data values are from each other. This statement is true. Reason are range and standard deviation are used to find the most frequently occurring value in a data set. So here this statement is false. Here you can observe option C, A is true, but R is false is the right answer. Question number 28, assertion A, data entry is an essential step in the data processing cycle. So here this statement is true. Reason are data entry is the same as the process of collecting real world data from various sources. So this statement is false. Hence option C, A is true, but R is false is the right answer. Question number 29, assertion A, mode can be calculated for both numeric and non-numeric data values. Here this statement is true. Reason are mode identifies the values that occur most frequently in the data set. So this is also true. Hence option A, both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. I hope you understood all these questions with their answers. If so, please write down in the comment box as understood. And if you want to check out all these questions, then the link is given in the description below. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and we'll see you in the next video.